Hey, it's Ross. Yes, I'm still alive. All is good here. We just were busy with a couple health issues with the family, nothing major, but they were certainly distractions with sheep. And we had 3 weeks of sheep giving birth to little lambs. They're cute, but man, we were setting the alarm for like every hour. We'd wake up, check the cameras in the sheep sheds, see if anyone looked like they were showing signs of labor, and then set the alarm for an hour or the timer for an hour and go back to sleep. And we did that for about 3 weeks. I think they do that to terror enemy combatants, and it works. It definitely was a drain. But anyway. But anyway, all is good. And today I wanted to get back into the swing of things and talk a little bit about how to handle the hoses that run back to the rear heater in your bus. I've seen a lot of people lately talking about, putting in loops, U's, way back in the back of the bus there. And I recommend against that. There is no reason to leave a 3/4 inch or 1 inch line of coolant running under your bus or often inside your bus back to where that heater was and then coming back towards your engine. It's just something that could leak. At some point in the future, those hoses will degrade and be at risk of bursting or leaking, and that's going to be coolant inside your bus. So let me show you, I think, a better way of handling that. First, back in the back of the bus, here's the mud flap, and these are the lines that went through the floor. These went up and were connected to the rear heater in this school bus. And then this is the power line for the fan. And these, again, I see a lot of people that just loop these together, and that'll work, but I think there's a better way. Let's go up front and look in the engine compartment. First, let's go through a little bit of this setup and what's going on. So here's the top radiator hose, and so that's where the coolant runs back into the radiator, and it gets sucked out the bottom of the radiator there, way down at the bottom somewhere, and goes through the coolant pump. And as part of that, somewhere there will be Well, for some reason that got cut off. What I was going to say was somewhere there will be a valve that is in one of these heater loop lines that allows you to turn the water flow through the heat system on or off. These green coolant lines run over and through the firewall to a heat exchanger inside underneath the dash. There's another one here on the driver's side underneath the dash. And then, let me climb down. These are the two. I have not yet removed them. I just cut this out. These are the two that run back to that rear heater location and then come up through the floor. So instead of running this line ran to here. So this U was, or this 90 was facing down and went into this hose. And then the coolant ran back through that heat exchanger in the back of the bus and then back towards the front, and from here was connected to this hose. So a better way of handling this is just to disconnect these. I turned that U, so I loosened this band clamp and this one, turned it, cut these out, and now the coolant runs through the heat exchanger in front of the driver, back over there, and it avoids this whole loop, and you don't have 25 feet back and 25 feet this way, 50 feet, good math, huh? 50 feet of coolant hose and the potential for leaks inside your bus. So anyway, I think that's a better way of handling it. It's really clean, and hope this helps. Have a great day, all. Well, before we go, let me come around to the passenger side of the bus. I want to show you those lines that I showed you up top. These, where the heck are they? Well, I know where they are. I can't find my finger. There, those green lines that I showed you from up top run over here and through the firewall to a heat exchanger, a core. It's really just a little mini radiator with a fan, and that's the front heater. But I mentioned the valve, and I have not seen a bus that didn't have a valve on it. So if your doesn't work, this one's kind of hidden. See, it's way back in here. See that valve? Right now it's open. If I were to turn that so that the handle were sideways, it would be closed. So if you've got a bus and your heat doesn't work at all, look for a valve. It'll be there somewhere. Might be kind of hidden like this one. And in the summer, if you want to keep all of that coolant and heat outside of your bus, turn that. Anyway, like I said, I hope that helps. Have a great day.